Hey all, Baruch B here from Soul Centered. So I want to talk to you today about the single most important question you will ever be asked and the one you are going to have to answer. This is at the heart of all spiritual, emotional, psychological work. This is at the heart of the work that I do with clients. It boils down to a simple question. It's not simplistic. It may sound it. It's not. It's the most complex question you've ever been asked. And yet you've been asked it 10,000 times at least. And you've answered it 10,000 times, probably faster than I can snap my fingers. So what's the question? You say, B, come on, get to the point. And the question is this. What's your name? What's your name? Now you think you know. You're going to say, my name is Bob, my name is Susie, my name is Johnny. That is the challenge. That is the challenge because you have been telling everybody around you, I am Baruch. That is who I am. That is my name. Is it? Is that your name? I mean, first of all, my name, Baruch, hasn't always been Baruch. Before that, it was Jason. So which is it? Which is it? Who am I? Am I Baruch? Am I Jason? For a while I believed I left behind Jason. And then I realized somewhere along the journey, don't leave any pieces of you behind. You carry them with you. And it's about accepting that, embracing it, not running from it. So your first name, but what about your middle name? Probably you're named after somebody. What does that mean? What about your last name? Certainly if you're married, you've grappled with this idea. Maybe you've kept your own last name. Maybe you've hyphenated your last name. Maybe you've taken somebody else's last name. What does that mean? What do you do when your name is different than your children's name? What does it mean? What's my name? What is it? My name, my maiden name versus my married name versus my chosen name. In Judaism, you're given a Hebrew name. What do you do with that? What about nicknames? Right? Are you your nicknames? Sometimes they're good nicknames. Sometimes they're bad nicknames. Was it Shakespeare? What's in a name? Right? Rose by any other name? It's not true. Our names are not nothing. Our names are something. Our names, according to Kabbalah, become vessels for who we are or who we are not. Sometimes those names are liberating. Right? To choose your own name. And I don't just mean literally, I mean figuratively. And we'll talk more about what does it mean to choose your own name, but to choose how you want to be known, who you want to be. I have one of my kids going off to college and he's been grappling with his name. He changed it when we went to Israel, not changed it entirely, although that would be payback to me for what I did to my parents. He's went from a nickname to his full name. Now he's coming back to kind of a middle ground type name, but he's grappling with who am I going to be? I want to choose who I'm going to be versus those nicknames or those names other people call us, putting us into a box, feeling limited and trapped by your name. Names are not nothing. Names are something. What's your name? It is not an easy question to answer, but it's a question we all ask of each other. What do you be asked when somebody says to you, what's your name? What are you really being asked? Right? I don't think people even think through, what am I asking? I want to know who you are. Have you ever been with somebody where you should know their name? Like the point of no return has come where you can't even ask them anymore because you just should know, but you don't know. So you fake it, but you feel like a fake. You feel like something is missing. I feel wrong for not knowing their name. I feel a disconnect for not being able to call them by their name. And, buddy and sister or brother or friend is just not quite enough because you get to a point where you're missing connection or intimacy. You can't have true intimacy, not sexual intimacy, relationship intimacy with somebody if you don't know their name. And you should know their name. And you say to them, what's your name? What you're really saying is, I want to see you. I want to see who you are. Intimacy. Dr. Wayne Dyer says, what a great word. Into me see. See me. See not my name. It's not my, my little name tag that I'm wearing at a cocktail party. It's my name. It's my essence. And so what are we saying when we say, what's your name? Is who are you? Like, what are you about? What do you stand for? By the way, names aren't just those, little appellations we put on the name tag. There are titles. We start becoming our titles or become part of our name. Like for a while there, I thought rabbi was actually my name. I knew it wasn't. I knew it was a title. But I, like other rabbis, ministers, pastors, priests, we start over-identifying with our name. It's hard not to. When the world around you tells you, you are rabbi, that is your name. You are minister, that is your name. You start to lose your identity. You start to believe the BS, positive and negative. You start to believe it's about you, and taking on all this transference of their stuff becomes my stuff because it's who I am. It's what I do until you no longer do it. I went through a period of time where if I wasn't a rabbi, if I wasn't a congregational rabbi, who am I? What am I? And I grappled with and had to work through, what's my name? Felt so trapped by that label for a while, and then I took it off, and now I can wear it because it's not who I am. It's not my name. It's just a title, just letters next to my name. So allowing other people to put these limits on us or putting them on ourselves, what we really want when we're in this place of what's your name or being asked our name is intimacy, to know that person, to be known. The greatest gift in life that we can give another is to see them, not to see their name, not to see the titles, not to see the box around them, but to see them beyond the box. All those boxes. Yes, your mom, your sister, your daughter, your mother, your doctor, your friend, your Judy, your Judith, your Hebrew name Yehudit, you're all those things, and yet you're so much more than those things. When we are truly with somebody, we can see them and we can be seen. Isn't that what we all want? Isn't that what we're all seeking? Intimacy, intimacy, to be with somebody who can see me. But how can somebody see me if I can't see myself? That's the work. That's the work we're here to do. To see ourselves. This moment, the Kabbalists point out when Moses is with the divine, with God, and Moses comes to God and says, I will go do your work. I will go free the Israelites, but they're going to ask me a question. The first thing they're going to ask me is, what's God's name? Tell me your name. Right? It's this, I want personal, first-hand knowledge of you. I want to know that this is real, and I'm not just talking to burning bushes. I'm not just playing make-believe in my head. What's your name? I want to know you. What was God's response? There is no G-O-D in the Bible, in the Torah. God's response is the name for all of us. It says, Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. I will be that I will be, or I am that I am. Dr. Wayne Dyer, my teacher, says the name of the divine is I am. Not I am Joe, not I am doctor, not I am mom. Those are all things we do. That is not who we are. We're supposed to be divine, godlike. What is the name of the divine? I am. Not I am a box. I am infinite. You can't quantify me. You can't put me in a box. You can describe me by all those labels. The Kabbalists say there are 72 descriptions of God, but they are not God. They are experiences. When I am dad, when I am brother, when I am son, when I am rabbi, when I am logotherapist, when I am whatever the description is, that is an experience of me. That is an experience of you, but that is not you. You are not put into a box, at least not your essence. Whether you allow people to put you into a box, whether you put yourself into a box, that's the choice. That's the work that we are all here to do. It's why I call my program your soul choice. That is the soul choice of your lifetime. Am I going to be, I am Baruch, which now I just put a framework, a box around my life, limits, or am I going to find a way to finally and fully just be like the divine? I am ... I am is a verb. I am is unfolding. I am is evolving. And so are you. What's your name? That is a deep question that we are asked from the cocktail party until the end of life. I'll end with this. The mystics, Kabbalists in one of the texts say, when we die, what is the first thing we are going to be asked? It is not, why didn't you do more good deeds? It will not be, why didn't you be a better person? All of those things are part of why we're here, but it's not the question you're going to be asked at the cocktail party in the sky. What's the first thing, according to the Kabbalists, the angels are going to ask you? What's your name? The same question you were asked at the cocktail party, the same question you've been asked 10,000 times before, the same question that you have been asked every day by life, by your life. What's your name? Who are you? Are you going to continue to put a box around yourself, to allow other people to put limits upon who you are or who you are not? Or are you going to fully and finally break free? Be the true you. All those other descriptions are important, and you need to live them. You need to take responsibility for them. You need to own them. You need to fulfill them. Again, mom and sister and daughter and friend and wife and teacher and all those things are what you do, but they're not who you are. I am is the name. We have to be able to look the angels in the eye and say, I am. I am me. I'll end with this. A great Kabbalist is worried, and his students come to him on his deathbed and say, Master, why are you worried? You're the most righteous, the holiest person we've ever known. And the man's name is Zusha, Reb Zusha. It's a term of entitlement, of endearment. Reb Zusha says, I'm not worried that the Creator is going to look at me and say, why weren't you more like Moses, leading your people to the land of freedom? And I'm not worried that the Creator is going to look at me and say, why weren't you more like Abraham, founding this religion and making a great name? I'm worried that the Creator is going to look me in the eyes and say, Zusha, there was only one thing in this lifetime you had power to become, and that was Zusha. That was yourself. That was your name. Don't live other people's names. Don't live other people's lives. Abraham Lincoln said something to the effect of, the greatest tragedy is that every one of us is born an original, and most of us will die a copy. Don't die a copy. You have a name. You got to find it, you got to choose it, and you got to live it. That's your soul choice. That's the work that we do. If you're interested, jump over to mysoulcenter.org. Shoot me an email at b@mysoulcenter.org, and we can talk about how you can get involved in one of my upcoming groups around your soul choice, which is a journey around Kabbalah, logotherapy, meaning-centered psychotherapy, and the Enneagram. The purpose of choice, the power of choice, and the pathway of choice. The choice to do what? The choice to live your name. Until the next time, shalom, salam, namaste. Peace. Get out there and live your name. I am.